Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jacob Maycumber, and today we're going to be talking about the labor laws in Iowa and how they do not fit with our lifestyle and why our younger generation is now in a skills gap issue, and we're going to need to find a way to fix that issue in the trades. So, with an interview with Jamie Nelson, she's talking about how the CDC is explaining that we have a large skills gap for trades, but we have no people filling that gap because they're preached day in and day out, high school, college, and our labor laws are not allowing them to have a trades experience in case they don't want to go to college, or they can't pay for college, or they simply don't want to go to college. So that being said, with the labor laws in place today, the jobs are limited to stuff like grocery stores, fast food, stocking shelves, and Fairway, Hy-Vee, stuff like that. The laws don't accommodate our lifestyle. Iowa is typically a what state? Agriculture. So a lot of manual labor, repair, construction, stuff like that. These jobs that I'm talking about require experience to obtain, or option B, just a work ethic. Okay, so the current labor laws in today are 4 hours per day on school days. You can work, as a 14 or 15-year-old, can work no more than 4 to 5 hours on a school day. During a week, you can work no more than 28 hours during school sessions, and you may not work construction, repair, operating machinery, anything on a shop floor, machinery, hoisting apparatus, anything like that. So I have a question for you. What do you think the most jobs around here entail?
All of those.
All of those, right? Probably all of the above. Okay, work ethic. You're not born with a work ethic. Your work ethic is just like any other muscle. You train it by doing what? Working. And these jobs that I'm describing require a work ethic, one that allows you to remain focused when you're fatigued and continue to do your job. And again, these jobs require experience so that they're not what? They're not dangerous. These labor laws are in place because supposedly these jobs are dangerous. Well, I'll argue that the reason they're dangerous is because we're not allowing people to start early enough to gain muscle memory to understand what to do in a safe manner. All right, so here I got a video on the skills gap and how today's day and age, the jobs that are available are open because of people's perspective on jobs. This is Mike Rowe talking or giving an interview.
Looking for a job? Well, the U.S. has plenty, but not enough people to fill them, apparently. According to the recent JOLTS survey, there were 6.66 million open jobs in June. Industries like construction and manufacturing have a tough time finding skilled labor in this tight labor market. It's affecting the housing market, for example. Our next guest's charity recently donated $600,000 to individuals pursuing a skilled trade. And he knows a thing or two about tough jobs. Of course, with us, our friend Mike Rowe, the host of Somebody's Gotta Do It. He's the head of Micro Works and former host of Dirty Jobs. Michael, always good to see you. Welcome back.
Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Why are we in a situation now where we have this disconnect? There are a lot of jobs out there. They're scrambling to find workers, but there are still people looking for jobs at this point. What's your take on that?
Because the definition of a good job is completely within our purview to define. But we almost never do it in a way that's an accurate representation of the times that we're currently living in. So, in my view, when I started MicroWorks, it was 2008 on Labor Day. There were 2.3 million jobs, according to the feds, that existed at that point in time. Of those jobs, 75% did not require a 4-year degree. They required training. So even at the height of the recession, when the headline news was all about unemployment, everywhere I was going, I saw help wanted signs. So for me, the disconnect really began around the issue of PR. What does an aspirational good job look like in 2008, right? So today it's 2018, 10 years have gone by. We have, as you say, 6.6 million available jobs, proving perhaps that I've done more harm than good. I don't really have a pithy answer for you, but I can tell you this, that everything is politicized today, including the skills gap. The existence of 6.6 million jobs is a very inconvenient truth for a lot of people who believe that opportunity is dead. And so what happens is when we try and talk about the existence of this much opportunity, half the country will say, well, it's because the jobs are lousy or employers are greedy and don't pay enough. And the other half will say, it's because people are fundamentally lazy and don't want to work. Both miss the point. The opportunities are real and they're there, and I've done my best to reward them every year.
There's been a real societal.
So, what he said there at the last end, he's talking about the 2 point of views on, well, they're too greedy, they don't pay enough, and B, there's no jobs available. I'll add another point. They don't look at those kind of jobs because no one's ever had a foot in the door in that kind of area of expertise or in that field of work. So these kids are leaving middle school, 14, 15, and working at Fairway, Hy-Vee, Burger King, and all they can think about is let's move on. And what is the school feeding them? College. Straight to college, straight to a 4-year degree. And they miss this window of opportunity, 6.66 million jobs, because no one's told them left or right, and our laws don't allow it. So when I was 14, I worked at a welding shop. I had a moped and a lunch bucket. It started 7:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon in the summer. Now, the first weeks, I didn't know anything, but it took time and time to build a good work ethic to where 7:30 to 5:30 didn't seem like that much. And it allowed me to get skills that he's describing there within this skills gap. It allowed me to acquire those skills before I even left high school so that when I was able to graduate, I could find jobs within that gap. Not alone either. We live in Iowa. There's thousands and thousands of kids that are 14, 15 out there running millions of dollars worth of equipment and that have more competence than kids coming out of 4-year degrees in their field of expertise. So Iowa's an agricultural state with a plethora of jobs for people with competent trade skills, not just a college degree. Like I said, around here, there's a lot of stuff available for kids that want to get into trades. Okay, so to fix the problem, I think we need to adjust our labor laws to produce capable and competent tradesmen and women. Why do you guys think these laws are in place? As I said before, I think they're in place because people perceive these jobs to be dangerous. I think the most dangerous thing is people working in those fields that are new and they don't have as much confidence as they should. If you start doing something at 14, by the time you're my age, your age, you guys' age, you're gonna have a lot of confidence, and confidence breeds confidence in your field of work. So I think we should pull the working limit out too. The 28 hours a week to 4 hours per day. I think that gives kids a false perspective on what that job is actually gonna entail when they leave high school. You don't wanna culture shock a bunch of kids that have just graduated into 28-hour week to a 40 to 60 to an 80-hour work week. You don't want to give kids a false sense of security when it comes to how they're gonna earn their money in that field. So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoy the presentation. Thanks for coming over.